when people are microdosing, their positive emotions go up and their negative emotions decline. Now, antidepressants, for the few of you they work for, have a partial similar effect. They tend to make negative emotions go down, which is you are much better able to stand being unhappy. Microdoses work differently, which is you not only are less unhappy, but you're more happy. And that's remarkable. People stopped using or decreased their use of coffee, cigarettes, Adderall, a lot of antidepressants. And what people now write in, they say, oh, I'm on this horrible pharmaceutical, I want to microdose. I write back, the word is taper. The word withdrawal, by the way, does not appear in the pharmaceutical literature. But how you get off something is to take less and less and less of it, because most of the antidepressants are incredibly addictive, as some of you unfortunately know. Ice pick headaches, that's a headache where it feels like there's an ice pick going into your eye. They take about 1 minute, but they can be alleviated in a couple of seconds with a microdose. The long version of that is called a cluster headache. Usually that takes a much higher dose of psychedelics, but a number of people have reported that microdosing solved their clusters as well, and we'd like to look at that. One of the things that you look for when you're getting these reports is changes that nobody asked for, because those are really interesting. In general, when people are microdosing, they improve their health habits. Food choices, exercise, yoga, meditation. Early on, a wonderful guy who used to write about 2,500 words a day to me, I know a lot about him, and his children and his ex-wife and so on. But he was a junk food kind of guy when he wasn't smoking dope. And he said, I looked at the menu, and by God, I wanted the salad. So what I want you to get out of that is these changes in habits are not by willpower. They seem to occur as an effect. There are no, by the way, there are no side effects. There are only effects of things. Learning, languages, advanced math. A lot of people said I was much better able to focus in class. Even my lousy teachers got interesting. And a couple of people have said I was able to look at the PowerPoint once and then just make notes. I didn't have to keep going back and forth. And people basically talked about better grades and easier exams and so forth. One of the ones that was wonderful, because you just don't think psychedelics, menstrual periods, troubling emotional or physical PMS. A lot of people are reporting improvements to the extent of from horrible to normal. And we have a little sub-study going on that. Physical skills, musical instruments, drumming, composition, flying a plane, driving. Trauma, this is not going to eliminate trauma, but it seems to decrease the triggering. And one of the ones that is peculiar was much less procrastination. And when I looked at this, I thought, that's really cool. But then I thought, oh my God, what if the pharmaceutical industry sees this and decides that procrastination is a disease? They'll be out there. A few people improved in stuttering, writer's block. A lot of journalists who've done articles on microdosing indicate that it's great for first drafts. And there are two groups of journalists. Ones who would write, I microdosed for a month and then I talked to this guy. The others were, I talked to this guy and then afterwards, I wrote him that I was microdosing. And people basically have improved work, amount, discrimination, flow, quality. They also indicate that they're more comfortable with those awful people at work. They're also, I have a couple of notes that say, boy, if people knew that what it did for your libido, you would have a product. We haven't seen that as a generalization, but you're welcome to check it out.